16 as well.
Definitely a matchup that we've all been anticipating. These are the only two NA players in the tournament. Got Tekkito from the US, xootynator from Canada. It is the only North American matchup possible in this tournament, and we're getting it in round of 16. And I think this is definitely a really interesting matchup skill set wise. You have Tekkito and xootynator, two of the strongest hidden players in the tourney scene right now, going up against each other in the round of 16. Obviously, the winner of this matchup is obviously going to be who conquers outside of the hidden pool, which is typically what happens when you have overlapping skill sets in a 1v1 matchup. So in the meantime, I am Miles, joined by Taikani.
This is going to be a very exciting one. This one played last year as well in the round of 16. These two have played so many times throughout Corsace, throughout NAT, just everywhere that they go, these players will play against each other, and usually it's pretty damn close. Very exciting stuff, and you see it right here. Qualifier seeding is number 8 for Tekkito and number 9 for xootynator. These two basically even match as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously they overlap so much on hidden, but in their 1v1 history, we've seen both of them take different directions against each other when they face each other. Obviously, if you look at xootynator's aim, typically her strongest skill set in tourneys, she likes to pick that against Tekkito, and she usually wins it against him. Meanwhile, Tekkito likes to go for more of the mechanics maps. He likes to go for speed against Zooty, likes to go for some tech as well, although tech is definitely going to be a very, very, very competitive skill set between the two. If you look at their stats, they're about the same over there, but still, I think a lot of it is going to come down to just what's in the map pool, which player is better on the specific map on the specific time, because that is just how evenly matched they are. Look at their qualifiers seeding. 8 versus 9. You could not get any closer on this matchup.
100%. I think as far as tech goes, we're going to see xootynator advantage on Nomad 4 and Tekkito advantage on Hidden 3, just given the types of tech that they are, but that could be contested, honestly. I mean, that's just the thing with a match as close as this, is you never really know what's in whose favor. Maybe, Zooty's going to take away a Hidden 1, but you never know what Tekkito's going to do on a map like that. And same goes for maps that Tekkito would be favored on, like speed. Zooty is not the same player she was a year ago. She's definitely better at speed now than she was then. So I don't think there's going to be any picks that are truly safe.
Yeah, not for either player. I am just expecting a very high-class bout here. Obviously, I'm pretty sure xootynator is favored in the record between the two. I think Zooty's won at least the last 2 times these players have met up. I can't confirm that, but definitely going to be a crazy matchup. I've never seen this one go one-sided at all.
Never. We'll see here, just waiting for the players to hop into the lobby before we get into the main phase of this match here. There's a lot to talk about, there's a lot to speculate, but we won't know anything really until we actually see the players face off.
Definitely one thing that I'm very curious about in this matchup is how much xootynator is going to opt into Hard Rock, because that is also something that she has typically gone for against Tekkito with the aim and the Hard Rock, typically being one of Tekkito's weaker mods, being her secondary mod. You have maps like the HR2 and HR3, HR2 being basically just CS 7.1 aim, which is something that I think Tekkito is probably going to ban out. But maps like HR1 is something that Tekkito is also going to be very good at. It's that type of map that Tekkito is very good at aiming as well. And something like this HR3, which is just really messed up, I don't know if you could safely opt into that pick with how just, I guess, RNG you could call that type of map.
Yeah, I think each player does have an advantage mod, right? For xootynator, that is the Hard Rock. For Tekkito, that is DT. Though it's never going to be too particularly in one player's favor. xootynator winning the role, getting the first ban, while Tekkito will be the first pick.
It looks like xootynator going to be banning out the Nomad 6 inside joke. That low AR gimmick pick makes sense, honestly. I would have expected her to maybe think of banning speed, but also maps like Nomad 5 could be considered easier than most of the other maps in the pool. But,
for sure.
Okay, it looks like Tekkito's going to be banning Hard Rock 3. That card is wrong, that's the Mun map. And, okay, Zooty going for DT2 ban, so banning out Reading and Stamina. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, getting rid of the stamina makes sense. She's gonna struggle a lot more on stamina speed than she is on pure speed. So just getting rid of that, I think that's her best bet. No 1-6 and DT2, absolutely the bans that makes sense coming from xootynator. We'll see what Tekkito's second one is in a second here. I'm not sure if he's allowed to double ban Hard Rock, or if he needs to go somewhere else, though.
I think he is allowed to double ban Hard Rock, but definitely I think this DT2 ban over the Nomad 5 makes so much sense from xootynator because, like, that Nomad 5, we've seen consistently high scores on that map throughout the weekend, and I'm sure xootynator, with her consistent aim, is going to be able to, I guess, make it to the part where the stamina really ramps up without missing. So, really going to be, I guess, more of a toss-up pick between these two on a map that would typically be very heavily in favor to Tekkito.
Tekkito taking time, trying to decide what to ban here. I mean, against a player like xootynator, you don't want to be, like, just randomly banning. You need to be very, very careful. Both these players have huge pop-off potential. You cannot just be, like, banning willy-nilly.
Definitely. Makes a lot of sense Tekkito would think about his ban. Gonna go for the Nomad 1 ban. Makes a lot of sense. xootynator behind maybe only Malashevsky in terms of aim consistency in this tournament. She is just absolutely unreal at that skill set, so it makes a lot of sense to ban out that Nomad 1, the aim consistency. Now Tekkito with the first pick, probably going to be expecting a double time, but can't be so sure.
We'll see. He's got, as far as speed goes, he's got Nomad 5 as well. The Nomad 5 is a bit risky because it is fairly aim heavy, actually. Something that xootynator has, performed on in the past. I'm not sure it's the best first pick for Tekkito. We will see. I think the hit at 3 is also a good option.
We're getting word that both of our players have went to the bathroom, so
let's go!
We're gonna have another minute or so here while they get their head in the game, It's very important to have your head in the game before the match, and that serene moment when you're in there, perfect thing to get yourself ready for a good old-fashioned tournament match.
Yeah, who knows what Tekkito's thinking over there? What he's gonna pick as soon as he gets back. Hopefully he's already decided.
I mean, he's probably deciding right now. My best guess would be, as you said, Hidden 3, probably something he'll opt into at some point. I think he might prefer a map like the DT3 first, maybe the DT1. Depends on which one he practiced more. I think against a player like Zooty, the DT3 would definitely be a little bit more safe, but because she is very good at DT1 as well, but really depends. It's just so much overlap between these players that it's really just what you're feeling.
Yeah, I mean, this was one that was probably always just going to be close. I don't think these two have ever played a one-sided match in their lives.
Literally.
So there's never really anything comfortable. Alright, I think I'm hearing Nomad 5, and there it is.
Ooh. Starting out with a bang here, Rebellio, map by Real Easy. I mean, if you're going to get this pick out of the way, I think it should definitely come first. This is the type of map that's kind of a toss-up. If you get it out of the way, then you won't be nervous on it as you might be like later into the matchup.
Yeah, a bit of a risk, but a risk I would say worth taking for Tekkito here. Overall, this is still pretty speed heavy, but the aim element is definitely going to benefit xootynator just a little bit. Meaning that this is kind of, either player's map here. It's really going to depend just who finds the most consistent break, because I think both players are going to find breaks on this.
Yeah, honestly, I have a feeling that between these two, it's really actually going to be who breaks first. I don't see either of these players missing in the first half, but by the time we get into that very difficult second half, I think the first person to find a break might just be losing the pick. Because this is kind of a shot of a pick, it's only 2 minutes in length, so if you find that miss right after the halfway mark, then your score is capped at 600k even if you FC the rest. So you really need to hold as long as possible.
Yeah, we will see this part of the song that's playing on stream right now. This is the exact part that's going to be so scary for either of these players. We've seen so many players fall on this map before. Here we go. Players are going to load into the map now. Tekkito versus xootynator now beginning.
Tekkito dropping a little bit of back on that first 1/3 stream. It's not going to matter too much because we've got 1 minute and 50 seconds to go of intense Osu gameplay.
Alright, the act difference certainly favoring xootynator right now. She did find some act up, but not as heavily as Tekkito early on. Gonna give her a bit of an early score lead. Everything she needs. Because it's more likely that Zooty's probably going to drop more act as we get into the more speed-centric patterns here.
Yeah, we're just going to have to see. Just have to pray that neither of these players break during this beginning section. Because doing so, I think, just spells doom for them for the rest of the map. It looks like neither of them are going to break, though. Here's the last jump of the first half. Both players get through it. xootynator with a slight act lead, now going even bigger, up to 1%, with Tekkito dropping even more accuracy.
This build-up is so scary as well. You know what's coming. The breaks are on their way. I really don't see an FC from either of these players coming. Nobody drops act on the 1/3, and here we go into the main section of the map. This is where everybody is broken so far, and there goes xootynator.
Zooty dropping right after the start of the Ki is going to give Tekkito a massive lead, especially as he continues to hold on. He already has a lead approaching 100k, and especially if he hits this section, he's going to be guaranteed to win this pick, and it looks like he is going to do it.
Zooty finding another miss-aim right there. For aim, just not enough. Tekkito finally finds a break, but I think it's too little too late. I think this is a Tekkito point at the end of the day. The lead is just so big over xootynator. Over 100k. I don't think Zooty has the time or the ability to make that back, even with that break from Tekkito right there. I think that is it.
Tekkito gonna be locking in a 630k score on his first pick of Nomad 5, beating xootynator by about 120,000. Gonna be enough to win that first pick. And Tekkito getting what we perceive to be a risky map right out of the way, 1-0.
So big. You always have to win that first pick. That's always like the confidence check, right? You need that first pick. You need to win that. Tekkito got that right in there, and now it's going to be Zooty's first pick. I'm imagining maybe a Hidden 1 or a Hard Rock 2.
I hear Hard Rock 2 already. Zooty knew what she was going to pick. She was going to pick this HR2. Tsukiyomi Ninaru mapped by Captain. This is CS 7.15. Just full aim all the way through. A few cut streams here and there, but really I think this is something that xootynator is just extremely strong on. She has become such a good precision player in this last year, and is definitely something that she is going to be expected to win.
Yeah, precision is going to be such a big point for Zooty. You even see it just in the numbered stats, right? There's such a huge, change in the precision between the two players. Zooty's precision stat being her highest one, Tekkito's being 5.89. Just not even a contest. In terms of pure numbers, on paper, this should be Zooty's map, but it can certainly be contested if she finds continual aim mistakes like she did with the Nomad 5.
Zooty's highest stat versus Tekkito's lowest stat. I wonder who will be favored on this map.
Surely Tekkito.
Yeah, surely. Yeah. Honestly, in Zooty's, transformation into one of the most well-rounded tourney players in the game, her kind of mastery of precision has been a little bit unprecedented, but it's been cool to see her get so good at it. I say as she breaks on a triple, giving Tekkito an early lead in the first quarter of the map.
Yeah, that overaim a little bit strange for xootynator. This map is also fairly short. You don't really want to be making those mistakes in such a slow section. Tekkito's already past the 100k line.
And this map is not too long. We're already nearing the 1/3 mark of the map, and Tekkito finally finding the drop, but has already amassed a lead of about 30,000, but with his act drops, he still has the accuracy lead over xootynator, so it's not going to be too consequential yet. Those misses, however, are going to bring them to equal accuracy, and now Zooty's combo is going to start to take over.
Yeah, Tekkito finding a little bit of struggle. Zooty's going to be able to build back through this Tekki section. Tekkito missing again and again. We're halfway through now, and Zooty's the only one with combo.
Yeah, now up nearing 400 combo, she's going to be able to take control of this pick very quickly if she continues to hold.
And it's looking like she will. The aim not catching her off guard. Tekkito as well recovering, though. A break could swing things back over Tekkito's favor, but a 100k lead for xootynator is pretty damn comfortable.
And with that next break from Tekkito, it's going to look like it's over, especially as Zooty continues to hold out through the Ki section. She is still holding on to that reverse choke. She is very quickly approaching 600k on this map. Might even go even higher if she can hold through the ending. Looks like she will finish this off with just over 700k at this rate, and that is an insane score. Finally breaking though, but still, 700k on this map is no small feat, and that is a very good score from xootynator. Equalizing now, score going 1-1.
All right, 1-on-1, both players taking their first picks. No big surprises there. Now we'll kind of get to see it evolve a little bit as they pick around these points that we've seen already. There's not much speed left for Tekkito to pick. However, Zooty has quite a bit that she can go with. Hard Rock 1 is a pretty good bet off of that Hard Rock 2. She doesn't pick No Mod 4.
Plus Ultra Cloud 9, custom map by Loki Doki. It's going to be our slider tech pick. That also features some very difficult wiggle streams that have been where we've seen most of the breaks on this map. The wiggle streams that come in the Ki times on this map. You kind of have to go back and forth on them, and only Crystal was really able to conquer them, getting around 870k on this pick, and meanwhile, pretty much everyone else has been between 400 and 500k on this map, and that's just a testament to how hard it is.
Yeah, these wiggle streams are such a huge test of your aim control, along with the really hard slider aim that already exists in this map. It caught so many players off guard. We'll see who it benefits here. In my mind, Zooty does win on this map. However, if Tekkito's confidently picking it this early, maybe I could be wrong. We'll see here.
Let me tell you, Taikani, the tech is in the name. This is something that I think Tekkito is going to be extremely strong on. However, as you said, xootynator, very, very strong tech player. This is definitely the type of map that's, I think, also really risky. But so far, neither of them have broken. Already at the 1/3 mark of the map, almost through the first Ki. Neither of them have broken yet, and they get through it.
Now, Tekkito's accuracy is going to be the thing coming into play here. You see it, 98.71 to Zooty's 97.93. That's going to be really big. Because even if Tekkito breaks, he has that accuracy to buffer for just a little while longer to hold out until Zooty might find a break of her own.
But yeah, at this juncture of the map, we are at the 2/3 mark. If either of them break, I think it will spell doom for their chances on this pick unless the break is traded instantly. And now into the drop. Both players hold on. Into the most difficult section. It's going to be Tekkito to drop first.
Zooty doesn't trade it out, hitting the wiggles just fine. There's a slider break right there and a chain miss right after. It's going to keep it close, but Zooty does have a lead.
I think this 70k lead for xootynator is going to be enough. There's just not enough time for Tekkito to bring this back, especially with the accuracy discrepancy. He is down in accuracy, and now the Ki is over. There is no more notes for him to try and take this back, and it's going to be an early break point.
There it is. No Mod 4 secured. Zooty looking really good on that tech. 680k, nothing to scoff at. Just breaking on one slider and finding a miss right after. That's going to be all that she needs to take that No Mod 4. It's her pick next as well to consolidate it.
Of which, I think that HR1 is looking mighty tasty for xootynator right now. That HR aim pick, something in this matchup she typically goes for a lot. And the HR1 being unbanned, which is usually something that happens in this matchup. Being open, I'm sure she's just going to go and swipe that instantly. And I can hear it.
And
there it is. Hard Rock 1.
It's mech tech. It's everything you'd expect from the Hard Rock 1 in this tournament. Slightly techy, slightly aimy. Off of Hard Rock 2 and No Mod 4, this is the perfect pick for xootynator.
However, something that think I mentioned to you before the matches, I think this is the type of HR1 that Tekkito is going to be pretty competent at. Something, definitely the reason why he decided to not ban this, is that this is kind of a light tech pick in that a lot of the difficulty comes from some of the techier elements, a lot of these slider jumps, a lot of just like this style of mapping, something you see, and I think some more older style tech maps, but still lots of aim in this, gonna probably favor xootynator.
100%. This could go either way, though I think xootynator does have the on-paper advantage, especially having taken Hard Rock 2 and No Mod 4 already. Those are kind of maps that combine themselves into Hard Rock 1 skill sets. So I think xootynator does have some sort of advantage here, although it's not completely out of Tekkito's reach. The map is beginning, and let us see what goes on here.
This is our custom map by Mamilia.
Love our custom mappers. This one went through a couple different versions, especially with one particular pattern. With Mimi, always the hard worker, making this map the best she could, and I gotta say, I'm quite the fan personally.
Yeah, you guys should have seen the big black jumps that were in the middle. That one was funny. Yep. All right, now let's focus on the map here. In the beginning, first 200 combo, no breaks yet. xootynator holding above 99 though, going to be having a slight AC advantage out of the start.
Yeah, that AC advantage is really good for her here. As the time goes on and as both players aren't breaking, never mind, as I say that, Tekkito finds a break, a miss. Now it's going to be really, really big. Zooty has really good AC, and she has all the combo in the world to play with here. Zooty's going to be able to lead very, very quickly.
Yeah, Tekkito just finding that slight over aim. xootynator still holding on strong, already lead up at about 60,000 and growing as long as she can hold on to her FC. And it's going to grow very quickly if she manages to get through this section, which it looks like she does. So she's going to have some free combo to bolster her score lead even more.
Yeah, and again, that accuracy is so big, 99.6, giving her so much here. Even if she breaks, her accuracy will do a lot to keep the lead out of Tekkito's hands for now. And on this lower section, I'm not really expecting a break from her.
Kind of not really much to miss on right now if you're xootynator. Already lead at 140,000. She needs to break as soon as possible if Tekkito wants to still have a chance in this pick. But the way it is, it doesn't look like Zooty's really going to find a place to drop right now. She is looking so comfortable on this.
Yeah, crossing the 1,000 combo line, nearly 500k to the name, finally finding a chain miss on that stream. We'll see if Tekkito can do it. Tekkito basically have to FC the rest of the map, though.
Yeah, he does have 600 combo, and you know, there's definitely enough map for him to get that combo up to 1,000. There's still so much to go, but I think he needs more breaks from xootynator or an accuracy drop or something, because Zooty's lead is still 140,000, and there's just 1/4 left. Here's the hardest part of the map.
That aim, that's what Tekkito broke on prior. Zooty finds a break. Tekkito finds another one to trade it out, though. It is a Zooty point.
Ended up getting a little bit dicey in the end, but Zooty's lead from the beginning going to hold strong. 120,000 score lead should be safe going into the end.
Yeah, I really don't see Zooty just dropping 100k out of nowhere. I think solidly in her grasp, despite some scares of that break on the actual tech section. That is going to be it. 600k to the name. xootynator taking another point. 3-1 over Tekkito.
xootynator going to be consolidating her break point, going up 3-1. Tekkito is going to have to respond right now because xootynator going up 3-1 means she can just coast off her own picks. So Tekkito has got to make sure he can win with his own picks for the rest of this match. All things considered, pretty good run from both players here. 1134 combo for xootynator, going to be giving her 642k up against Tekkito with 517k, his 800 combo, getting fewer misses than xootynator, who I think chain missed on a stream at around the 3/4 mark. But still, good runs from both. But now Tekkito in a dire situation already, probably going to look to go into that DT pool, I think.
I am hearing Hidden 3 Avant-Garde.
Ooh, spicy. After losing the No Mod 4, it's an interesting pick, but still something that I feel like he has to win in this matchup if he wants to take it all the way. So, might as well get out of the way now.
This one's going to be your sort of flow aim control tech pick here. This is the kind of tech that I expect Tekkito to do very, very well on. Especially against xootynator, who might have some trouble with the flow aspect of this, just like sort of tapping-wise. I feel later in the map, she might start to break down on it a little.
Depends. I feel like the real issue with this map as a player is just the pure chain missability on this map. It feels like with this type of aim control in the streams in this map, if you just miss once, if you miss aim one of the cuts, then you just miss so much more of the stream, as we see with Tekkito already finding a big miss on that first stream, as well as an accuracy drop going to be giving xootynator an early lead.
100%. And the thing is, too, with Hidden, that increases the chain missability, though. That said, both these players are very comfortable Hidden tech players. I don't really see Hidden being too much of a factor as far as chain misses go, but still something to keep in mind.
Yeah, these two being two of the Hidden preference players of all time, definitely going to expect them to be a little bit more comfortable on this than maybe some of our earlier matches today. As we can see, both of them holding through this first section. Oh, but Tekkito finding a slider break there. xootynator holds on as Tekkito continues to break, finding a couple misses there. And xootynator is just going off right now.
And she is starting to feel sorry for downing a 300k already. Still holding an FC to Tekkito's multiple breaks.
Yeah, it's almost already looking out of reach for Tekkito here. xootynator is just still holding on to that FC at the half. If she can combo through a little bit more, I think it's already going to be a done deal on a break point.
There's a break right there, though. And we see it at the break. Both players now know the other's score. They now know the other's combo. Tekkito knows he has the slightest chance of making it back, but he basically has to hold through the rest.
Yeah, he's going to have to combo through arguably the hardest part of this map. Is he going to be able to do it, is the question. And I think he also needs a lot of breaks from xootynator. He needs that accuracy to drop.
I'm not quite sure about that. I think there is enough time left to actually fight xootynator's score, and you're already seeing the line slowly move back, and that's going to go exponentially. But both players find breaks right there, and I think that's it.
That stream in the top right is so brutal, catching out both players. And xootynator's 100k lead is going to hold strong into this ending. Another break point, already 4-1 in favor of xootynator.
All right. Another break point. If you're Tekkito, this is so scary. Zooty has the chance with her next pick to go up at a match point already. With a history of close matches, if you're Tekkito, you know that you're not really in a comfortable position to do anything. You don't really have guaranteed picks. And when Zooty's picking next, I can't help but if you're Tekkito, feel scared, and I already hear it. DT1 is going to be the next pick from xootynator.
However, I can't help but feel like this might be a little bit risky. As strong as Zooty is on the DT aim, her tapping, I feel like could be a little bit shaky on this, although the bursts can't be, or they aren't that long on this map, so definitely something she can get her way through. But I feel like her accuracy might suffer a lot, which leaves a lot of room for Tekkito to maybe activate some of his accuracy advantage, which has largely been in Zooty's favor for this match.
Yeah, the bursts on this aren't long, but they are certainly a consistent check of are you ready to adjust your tapping to be super, super fast. And I really don't know if Zooty's ready for that. I'm not quite sure DT1 was the right pick, but maybe. Can't really know until they play it. Maybe this is just the anti-Tekkito pick. Who really knows?
Maybe. However, one thing that I also want to mention is I feel like Zooty in this matchup is out of some of her guaranteed picks, obviously. HR2 and HR1, both things that she was going to pick 100% of the time into Tekkito, but now we're kind of in the point of the match where players are more opting into their secondary picks, and I feel like that leaves Tekkito with a little bit of wiggle room to probably be within striking distance on a lot of Zooty's remaining picks.
Tekkito is going to be the first to find a break, while Zooty is still SSing through that intro. Dropping your SS right there, but it doesn't really matter. You're looking at Tekkito's 93% accuracy off of that break, giving Zooty an early combo and act advantage.
Yeah, but right now, the point where we're really going to be waiting for is at the end of each chorus section, there is a very intense jump section that also has a lot of tapping involved with it as well. Lots of bursts there as well. And I feel like that's where we're really going to be maybe expecting a little bit of discomfort from xootynator, but she looks so comfortable through the beginning section of this map.
Yeah, Zooty is looking really good on this so far, but anything can happen. Here comes the more tapping heavy segment right here. She's going to hold through it. Tekkito, though, finds another break.
And Zooty holds strong. Along with her accuracy, she's going to be able to take a monstrous lead right now if she can continue to hold on to this combo.
We've seen already the best DT players in this tournament fall out on this DT1 over and over again, but Zooty holding strong. We've crossed the 300k line nearly halfway through the map. Zooty is looking so good on this DT1 right now.
And into this tapping heavy section, looks like xootynator once again is going to be able to make it out of it, surviving, and her accuracy is still above 98. I mean, I've been watching xootynator play for years. When did she finally get good at DT?
You know what? She bought a Woody.
True. But this is kind of insane. 98.1 still holding on to her FC. As you mentioned, we've seen DT players who would widely be considered a little better than her at this mod fall on this map, and xootynator is just absolutely beasting it.
I think this might already be the best score of the weekend on this map. I don't think there's been an FC.
Definitely not. So xootynator probably #1 so far, from what I've seen at least. Already at 700k on this is pretty unreal. Through that slowdown section, she's going to have a little bit more free combo before the last Ki, and she has already doubled Tekkito's score.
Finally finding a slider break right there. Unfortunate, but she's already done what she needs to do. Zooty has guaranteed herself match point.
Oh, she finally does find the slider break, but still, she has done her job. 800k on this is so good.
Absolutely, and if you're Tekkito, I don't think you can help but feel a little bit absolutely terrified that Zooty is already at match point 5-1. What does Tekkito have to fight back here? You have to wonder. Zooty is looking so good right now.
There's no clue right now, honestly. If you're Tekkito, you've lost both tech picks. You've lost now on DT. I think you kind of have to take a shot in the dark here. Maybe go for one of the remaining hiddens. I know it's xootynator, but like maybe a hidden 2. She banned out one of the reading maps. Might as well try for the other.
Even then, hidden 2 isn't as heavy on the reading as Nomad 6 is.
Yeah, it is more of an aim pick.
We could see something along the lines of Nomad 2.
I think that could be a good pick as well, but Zooty is a very good Nomad 2 player. And Tekkito, definitely also competent on it. I feel like it's not something he would prioritize in picks. He might go for something like... I still think he might go for the hidden 2.
Yeah. We'll see here. Tekkito's kind of in a corner right now. He doesn't really have any place that he can confidently go. Zooty, with 2 breakpoints already, just looking so good. And Tekkito, I really don't know where you go. Any option that you have, Zooty is still absolutely able to play. And if she's playing like this, what even is the point?
Well, knowing Tekkito is a player who is very well practiced. He definitely has a good strategy for this moment right now. And he's going to be going for the Nomad 3. This was kind of in the back of my head as well. This is the type of map that Tekkito is also really good at. His aim control is extremely good. But with Zooty playing like this, it feels like everything is a scary pick. So for him, I think this is just the best thing he's got.
Yeah, this Nomad 3, super straining, super awkward, exactly what you'd expect from the /Yospo collab. Does not pull any punches. Tekkito hoping to catch Zooty out on that aim. It's kind of flowy, kind of awkward, something that everyone's kind of been breaking left and right on, except for, I believe, White Cat, who got an FC.
Yeah, one part of this map that I'd like to point out is in the last quarter where there are these stop-and-go alt patterns. You have to have really good finger and aim control on in order to hit properly. We've seen lots of players break on that so far. I think those patterns might be a point of contention if both of these players are playing extremely well right now. It looks like we're about to go into it. Could be Tekkito's final pick if he loses it. But he needs to win it if he wants to stay alive in the winner's bracket.
Yeah, there is no other choice but to win right now. And here we go into it. I'm expecting breaks left and right eventually in this map. Both players already finding breaks. Zooty first and then Tekkito, but Zooty taking substantial damage to her accuracy. Another break right there as well is going to solidify it. Tekkito has an early advantage in both combo and accuracy by a pretty wide margin as far as accuracy goes.
And that's something that Tekkito's really been lacking so far in this match. xootynator has been dominating him in the terms of accuracy so far in this match, so seeing him with an accuracy lead should be pretty reassuring for the Tekkito fans out there. But I think he needs to hold a lot longer if he wants to feel overall safe on this pick, because Zooty has reestablished her combo and already bringing that accuracy back. She is within 3% of Tekkito now.
Zooty certainly within striking distance. Tekkito needs to hold for all he's got. Hold combo, hold accuracy, but that's going to help. That's a break from xootynator. Tekkito has so much combo going into this Ki.
Finally, it feels like Tekkito's got some foothold in this map. He has got 500 combo against xootynator's only 150, and he's going to be able to run away with this pick. Finally, a comfortable lead, it feels, for Tekkito.
100%, nearly 500k. This is what Tekkito has been searching for throughout this match. And look at that, not getting caught out. Here comes the stop and goes, though. This could be big.
We're going to see if he can get probably the second best score on the weekend if he can hold through this. Oh, but he finds the break. But it doesn't matter. 700k up against Zooty's 440. That's going to be a very definitive win for him, and one that I think he definitely needed for his morale. And he's going to be getting back on the board. Score now going 2-5.
100%. That was everything Tekkito needed and more. Let's see how xootynator responds. I believe Tekkito has just one pick left while Zooty has two. This is going to be the first of those two picks that she has left to expire. Question is, where is she going to go with it?
She's out of aim. That is what I'll say. There's no mod 2. There is hidden 1, hidden 2. So
I
guess
say that hidden 1 is out of aim.
Yeah, hidden 1. Yeah, hidden 1 is aim. I think she's probably going to go for that, actually. I saw her practicing this with HDHR, actually, before this stream, so definitely
That's absurd.
She's probably pretty confident on that map, but it's also going to be something that Tekkito is pretty comfortable on, so might be...
Especially after just losing an awkward no mod 3. Going into an awkward hidden 1 seems a little bit scary.
Definitely going to be scary, but at this point in the match, on a map pool this hard, after you're through your first few picks, it's going to be really hard to find something that you're truly comfortable on. So she's probably going to have to think long and hard about what she wants to pick in order to try to close out this match early.
Oh?
Oh.
It's actually going to be a no mod 2 pick from xootynator.
I like this pick, actually. Tekkito, although he is good at Nomad 2, xootynator has been such a stream farmer recently. This is something that I feel that she's going to be very comfortable on.
That is true. A lot of her top plays recently have been on those longer flowing stream maps, but in match is a different beast. Where you're going to have those nerves really affecting you, and this map has taken down so many good players. We'll see if she can hold on to it. It's about as traditional as a no mod 2 is going to be.
I wouldn't necessarily call this traditional. A lot of the angles on these streams are a little bit more awkward than you would see in, say, a Knowledge King no mod 2, where it's kind of just mostly the most basic flow for the entire time. This map has some square streams, lots of sharp angles between different portions of a stream. It's something where it's definitely more of an aim-focused stream map in all terms of the way. Up. I just had a aneurysm. Okay, into the map we go.
Now, I do like this in the sense that Zooty has already won the Hidden 3, which shows some similar difficult flowing patterns. So I like the idea that she's kind of going for that same deal on Nomad 2. This Nomad 2 does have some really weird wiggles to it. And where she already won Nomad 4 and Hidden 3, I like it, though Tekkito is S-ing right now.
SSing through the first stream, but the streams haven't really picked up yet. They really start to get large during the Ki times, and that's where the spacing also becomes the most difficult. So really going to be waiting for those distinct Ki sections in order to see who actually has the advantage on this pick. And there goes Tekkito finding the break right before the first big stream.
xootynator not trading it out. Now she has combo and accuracy on her side. Tekkito's SS disappearing to a chain miss. Now it's going to start to snowball in Zooty's favor unless she breaks soon.
This map is very long though for Nomad 2 standards. It's up over 4 minutes in length, so Tekkito is still definitely within striking distance if Zooty manages to find a break right here into the first Ki section.
So far, so good though for xootynator, hitting all those doubles. Those doubles are so straining on the aim hand. She doesn't care. She's going to continue climbing and climbing. We're almost to 1,000 combo now. Just crossed the 900 line.
And Zooty's score just now passing 260k. Tekkito only 60k behind that. With a reestablished 650 combo, he's going to be within striking distance. He just needs to see the break from xootynator, who just looks so comfortable right now, though. Up at 99.68%. Is she going to get through this Ki? It's going to be Tekkito to find the drop. Into the halfway point, xootynator looking to close out this match with style, still holding on to that FC. 364k with a 100k point lead. It's looking like almost a GG already. Oh, but there she goes.
Question is, though, can Tekkito hold long enough, and can Zooty break enough for Tekkito to take back what has already been set as a 100k advantage for xootynator? Tekkito does not have the room to make mistakes. He is, losing the match point here. Zooty does find another break, though, and that's actually big. That gives Tekkito a significant combo advantage. He has about 300 combo on her now.
I think xootynator needs to give something to Tekkito here. I think xootynator needs to find some more drops, maybe a chain break on one of these upcoming streams would throw it back in favor of Tekkito, but it's still such an uphill battle on a map that's 4 minutes long. You need real big combos if you want to bring back a score deficit of this large.
See, there's a quarter left. Anything can happen in this last minute of Nomad 2 here. It's difficult all throughout. There's another miss from xootynator. It's starting to get closer and closer.
Tekkito going for it. Oh, but he finds the drop. Breaking on that square stream, and he has stopped playing. Looks like that is going to do it. xootynator going to be sending Tekkito down to loser's bracket now by the score of 6-2.
Always unfortunate to see something like this happen. Tekkito knew the outcome of missing like that. xootynator is going to take it away. And that is going to be it. xootynator taking it 6-2 over Tekkito in the Corsace Closed 2023 round of 16.
It's going to be GG by seeding. This is an upset victory, but by virtue of how close they were, I wouldn't really call it that. 6-2 victory for xootynator, getting early break points and running away with it.
However, that is not going to be it for us today, as we will shortly be going into our quarterfinals showcase. Now, there is a round of 16 match tomorrow. However, we will be delaying the showcase for that. We'll be showing off the quarterfinals pool shortly. Before we do that, let's look at next week's matchups here. Now, in the losers bracket, we have Mostache versus Tekkito, Karcher versus Demonical, and Crystal versus Enri. We're unsure who Ninarik is going to face at this time. That will be determined by tomorrow's match. In the winners bracket, we have Malashevsky versus xootynator, Suwagi versus White Cat, and Emrek versus Chaconi. Again, Akolibed's opponent is not determined. That will be determined by tomorrow's match between Kriller and MCY4.
That match will be played at 16 UTC tomorrow, so be sure to stay tuned for that. We're going to be pinging for that, also tweeting for that probably, so if you notice that, be sure to stop on by. In the meantime, we are going to be going to the map pool showcase for the quarterfinals.